Hi, this is Raj from MR Sportscars. In this episode of Diary of a Porsche Specialist, I'm going to talk about what I love doing the most, which is buying back the cars I've previously sold. So this is one such car. It's a Porsche 991 Series 3.8 Carrera 4S 991 Gen 1. It's a 2013 car, which I sold last year to the current owner. And he gave me a call back, said his family's expanding, number of kids, so he wanted to sell it back because he's buying an RS6. It was on finance, so I've settled the finance. I love buying these cars because I know the exact provenance before I sold it the first time, and I obviously adding the new owner and seeing them with the car for a period of time, knowing that they're looking after it, to then get it back and sell it to someone else is an absolute pleasure, especially a car like this, which is, for all intents and purposes, as good a spec you're going to get, unless you ordered something from the factory. But even now, you can't really order the new Porsches from the factory without a huge waiting list. So this car has got literally everything you could want: the sport design steering wheel, sport PASM, switchable sports exhaust, DAB radio, extended leather, extended navigation as well, the panoramic sunroof, which is a big plus. And I've already done a video actually featuring this car last year, talking about how this is a good compromise to getting a Targa. I mean, it looks just absolutely fantastic. 400 horsepower, it'll do 60 in under 4 seconds comfortably in sport mode. Some of the other nice options are the carbon door entry guards, the red belts, sport seats plus, so they have the grey hardbacks, embossed headrests. I know I'm missing stuff. I had these wheels refurbed the last time and they're still unmarked in satin platinum. The lights are the PDLS but finished in black, which was a special order sort of factory option, exclusive factory option. It's finished in basalt black, and as well as obviously knowing the provenance, I also get back, oh, that rear strip, actually that's what I was going to mention. The rear strip is just on the wide body, so this is 4.4 centimeters wider than a non-four-wheel drive one of these. That lights up with the lights on. Obviously you can't see it because it's a lovely sunny day here in Hertfordshire. The other thing I really love about these cars when I get them back is all of the paperwork. I spent ages, I spend up to 2 weeks prepping a car. All the paperwork is here with all of the PDF I produced, and I'll obviously update for the over revs check, which I've done. I've got my PWIS 3 here, which I take with me when I buy any car. I plug them into diagnostics before I purchase them. All the service history's there, plus all of the invoices, which is just fantastic. I love cars that have the provenance, as well as obviously being in fantastic condition anyway. So I'm really looking forward to prepping this one. I'm going to do a little driving review now, to remind you of what these cars feel and sound like, and what makes them special. Right, I'm on one of my favourite all-time roads here, which is a road that runs into Watton in Hertfordshire. When it's not busy, it's absolutely fantastic, but during the weekends it's got a lot of cyclists, which is fair enough because it is a beautiful scenic backdrop to the whole stretch of the road. You just obviously have to be careful of horses and cyclists, which I always am. I'll just shut the panoramic roof just so you can maybe hear me better. Now, I absolutely love these cars because they're last of the naturally aspirated Carreras. This is a Carrera 4S, as I said, 3.8 litre, 400 horsepower, incredible machine with the 7-speed PDK that this one has fitted, and the switchable sports exhaust, which makes it sound glorious. I'll put it in manual mode. It's so easy to switch it to full manual mode. It won't let you stall in manual, so it's a proper fail-safe, but it will let you hold the gears. Now, these cars are my favourites because they're naturally aspirated. They have that proper 911 and Porsche sound that's so recognisable from the Boxer engine. these and the 997 Gen 2s are my sort of go-to Porsche 911 models, and I tend to stock those. So 2009 to 2015. This is a 2013, so pretty much bang in the middle of 991 production, and it just makes my spine tingle driving this car. I remember doing the review of it last year. I've just picked it up from Bath, had a journey around the along the M4 and then round the M25, which wasn't too bad. It averaged 37.2 miles per gallon. I'll show you a picture as proof of that. For a 3.8 with that kind, I mean, naturally aspirated, without having to use the start-stop or drive it in economy mode, that is sensational, I think. And it's the cheaper tax as well, £330 a year to tax it, which makes it very affordable. I know it's not electric or hybrid, which would be free or close to free to tax, but this for me, if you're thinking about getting a car before you go completely electric, then this is the one. This is the one, because this is the last of cars with all the modern tech. It's got all the traction control, it's got Bluetooth audio streaming, it's got DAB radio which is optional in this car, xenon lights. They're incredibly reliable, they sound fantastic, they get incredible miles per gallon. I don't like start-stop technology, but this car does have it. You can disable it. In fact, as soon as you press the sport button, it disables it automatically. I've heard on new cars it's not going to be able to be disabled, but again, that might be hearsay. Yeah, this is the life, actually, driving one of these. You don't even have to be going fast. I mean, I'm doing 30 miles an hour and I feel like I'm in such a special car, because the steering's perfectly weighted, the throttle is predictable, the brakes are progressive, the seat with the hardback sport seat is very supportive. It has heating as well, not that I'd want to use it on a day like this. The air conditioning is a 2-zone system which works brilliantly. I mean, there's literally nothing else you could want. It's got 4 seats if you want the practicality. I mean, the chap I've just bought it back from unfortunately has a few more than 2 kids, and I won't say how many, but it is a few. And yeah, this can't compete with something like an RS6 in terms of practicality for passengers, but it does have that front boot. If you don't have kids, you can use that whole rear area for luggage, golf clubs as well, and just have such a hoot behind the wheel at any speed. I'm doing 50 now. Again, this is quite a narrow road. You still feel that this car means business. It's sporty. I just absolutely love it. I normally have them set in the normal suspension mode for B roads and smaller like this, because they're in the UK, the roads are so rough that that's all you need. And interestingly, I've mentioned it on other videos as well, a car equipped with PASM has the best of both worlds. So it has, the normal setting is actually softer than a car without PASM, and then the sport setting is stiffer than a car without PASM. So it sort of truncates the top and bottom in levels of softness of a PASM car. I mean, this is only single track now, but I don't feel intimidated to not drive this car because the brakes are fantastic. I'm obviously not pushing it too much, but yeah, hopefully you can hear that exhaust just spitting and cackling away. The car's fully up to temperature, and that valved exhaust really does sound sensational. Oh, I simply love this car. I love this era. These and the 997 Gen 2s are my favourites, and they have a different feel to them. This definitely feels more modern, more immediate, more of a GT size car. The wheelbase is longer, it's slightly wider, about the same weight. The 997 Gen 2 does feel more analog, and I've said it before in my reviews, and feel free to take a look at those reviews comparing the two models. But if you need one sports car, this is it. This is absolutely it. Either the 3.4s are great as well. The 3.4 flat 6 has 350 horsepower from memory, and still feels very, very sporty. It will do 60 in just over 4 seconds. Not that I really actually ever measure that. I just use it as a base to sort of compare performance, but in real world terms they feel as fast as each other. This is just really nice because it's the wide body. It has that lovely red strip all across the back, which reminds me of the 993s and the 996 4Ss, which I also love, and have got very collectible, as they should have done. But I'm very, very happy to have this one back. The last owner's had a fantastic time enjoying it. He's got a few cars in his stable, some very nice collectible cars, and this one unfortunately had to go, and I was the first person he called and messaged. And I don't mess my customers around or anyone around. If a car is worth a decent amount to me, I will pay it, and this car is one I know, and so I can genuinely pay what I see as a fairer value for the car to get the owner out of it without any stress or any hassle, and they're safe in the knowledge that their car's going to be passed on to someone else who is quite like-minded and going to cherish the car. So yeah, it's for me and for the customers, it's a win-win. Everyone wins when I take these cars back. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.